A lawmaker can get involved in a scandal. 해보세요.
He or she could be involved in a scandal. He or she could be involved in a scandal. One last time. He or she could be involved in a scandal.
자, 가끔씩 이런 보궐선거가 상당히 과열된다. Very heated up. 자, 뭔가 막 열기가 느껴진다는 얘기죠. 과열 양상을 띌 때가 있다는 얘기죠. 영어로요?
Sometimes a by-election becomes very heated up. Sometimes a by-election becomes very heated up. One last time. Sometimes a by-election becomes very heated up.
자, 그럼요. 여러분 이 핵심 문장들을 마지막으로 실제 대화 속에서 여러분이 두 번씩 따라해 보시기 바랍니다.
Alright, here's the dialogue. One last
time.
I heard there's an election coming up. There's an election coming up.
Yes, it's a by-election.
A by-election? What is that?
A by-election is held to choose a new member of the parliament when there is a vacancy. A by-election is held to choose a new member of the parliament when there is a vacancy.
What do you mean a vacancy?
Well, a lawmaker could resign for various reasons. A lawmaker could resign for various reasons.
Resign? You mean before finishing his or her term?
Exactly. He or she could be involved in a scandal. He or she could be involved in a scandal.
Oh, I know what you mean.
Sometimes a by-election becomes very heated up. Sometimes a by-election becomes very heated up.
자, 그러면요. 우리가 이 질문을 현장에 나가서 외국인 분들께 한번 해보는 연습을 해보겠습니다. 이 순서 같은 경우는 여러분이 이 관련된 표현을 좀 배웠기 때문에 비슷한 표현들이 많이 나오거든요. 네. 잘 한번 들어보면서 자연스러운 발화 내용이 얼마나 들리는지 청취 연습을 하는 순서라고 볼 수도 있겠죠.
Yes, it's time for Tell Me, Tell Me. 자, 오늘의 Tell Me, Tell Me 질문은요. Has there ever been a re-election or a by-election in your country?
그러니까 재선거나 보궐선거가 오신 국가에선 있었던 적이 있는지 있었을
네.
수도 있습니다. 대부분의 민주주의에서 많이 일어나는 일이니까요. 자, 왜 그랬는지, 언제 있었는지, 어떻게 됐는지 자세하게 한번 물어보고 저희가 얘기를 한번 들어보죠.
Okay, 함께 확인해 볼까요? Let's take you to Tell Me,
Tell me!
Hi there everyone, 여러분 안녕하세요. I'm Tommy. And today for Unit 471, our question is, has there ever been a re-election or a by-election in your country? Has there ever been a re-election or a by-election in your country? Why don't we go ahead and find some people and ask them if there's ever been a re-election or a by-election in their country. Let's go. Hi, how are you doing?
Great. How are you doing?
I'm great. What's your name and where are you from?
Okay. My name is Matthew. I'm from Florida, U.S.
All right, Matthew. Today our question is, has there ever been a re-election or a by-election in your country?
Okay. Well, I'll give a brief answer. The one I can remember is from the 2000 election.
All right.
We had a recount, particularly in my state, actually, for the election who would win. Our now former President Bush or Al Gore?
Yeah,
Yes.
I remember that one. So I know there was a lot of dilemma. It was kind of really half and half. I know a lot of people were supporting Gore, you know, the Democrats and then the Republicans. I don't know, was there a lot of chaos? Would you say there was?
Oh, yes, quite a lot. In Florida, they had what you call hanging chads.
Ooh.
So they were punched holes that were several of the candidates. So they decided to recount. Technically, Al Gore won the Florida recount, but the Supreme Court made the decision to allow the recount, and President Bush won from that recount. Yes.
Really?
Yes.
Wow, that kind of sounds a little unfair, but The Supreme Court said so, so what can we do about
Right.
that? All right, well, if you can maybe talk about any other re-elections maybe that are about to come up or maybe in the past.
All right, sure. Well, obviously we have the one coming up, 2012, between President Obama and looks like Romney now for the GOP. And it'll be interesting to see who will win. Well, basically two rich guys going off against each other. And who has the most money will win, maybe. I don't know.
Oh, that wouldn't be fair. It would be totally unfair if,
Of course.
with that.
Democracy at work, yes.
Yes, democracy at work. So is there anything maybe particularly a little special in the States with elections?
Okay. We'll start with the presidential elections. I guess you could say we have the primary elections, which are for each party goes through, and then we have the areas of focus where they first start voting. That changes year by year, depending on when the primaries are taking place. And the GOP has obviously been the center light because they're deciding who. And President Obama, well, he automatically has the recounts.
Right, exactly.
For that, yeah.
So, it seems like you seem very interested in politics itself. Do you personally take parts in the voting also?
Absolutely, yes. My first voting chance was between when they were re-electing George W. Bush versus, I believe it was the Democratic candidate John Kerry.
Oh, wow.
Yes.
That goes back,
That goes back. So, yes, I like politics. I have a master's in history, so that's my area. Yeah.
There you go. We just talked to Matthew from the States, and we talked about re-elections, by-elections, and he said that there is one coming up later this year. He seemed very full of knowledge about politics because he is a history major. I hope you guys learned a lot through our conversation and had a great time with us. Have a great start to your week. I will see you tomorrow. Bye.